So we were talking about the opposite way, men eating vagina, and we didn't have a female counterpart to tell us if it was the other way around was enjoyable. So I thought I'd ask you.
Well, I'm going to be crude now.
Go on.
Your poor father went to his grave without me giving him a break.
Ah, you're horrible! That's why he strung himself, because you wouldn't chew him off. You're horrible. You're horrible. I'm going. I'm scarred for life, mother. I love you lot. See you later. Ta-ra. Ta-ra. Fuck off.
Hello, you beautiful people. Listen, if you enjoy watching our podcast, we are on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/What's Happening Pod. You get to see a lot more of us, and obviously, you're helping support us in what we're doing. Matty, what can they expect on the Patreon?
And if you just don't want to wait for the release of the public episode, you get early access to all public episodes at least 48 hours before. And not only that,
you can get a minimum of 2 exclusive Patreon episodes a month. Obviously, if you've got the time available, we'll throw a third and a fourth in. But don't get fucking greedy, all right? Don't be getting greedy. Also, already on there, in the back catalogue, there's a few Patreon specials where the lads gone out with cameras. We've had a laugh. We've gone to Ninja Warrior where I folded Bobby in half. We went to the driving range where Danny deep-throated the fucking 3 wood and was in bits. It was fantastic. What else, Dan?
Yeah, so the Patreon, basically, as Bobby said earlier, it's another way for you to support us in what we're doing, more so than you already do. But it's an easier way for you to get in touch with us as well. So if you want to have some input in the content that's getting produced on the Patreon, you subscribe to the Patreon and you can message us directly on there, and one of us 4 will see it. We will respond and we'll take what you're saying into account. You're getting the backlog of the specials that are already there, and there's going to be at least one a month coming every month from now on. You're getting a minimum of 2 Patreon exclusive episodes a month, which you will only see if you're on the Patreon and the early access. You're getting all that bundled in, and it's £4 a month. So if that's something you want to see, you want to get more involved, you like us and you want to see more of us, patreon.com/What's Happening Pod. Link down in the description. We love you. Hello, welcome back. Episode number 46 of the What's Happening podcast.
Brought to you by Gary's White Shins.
Yes. Oh yeah, by Gary's proper white shins with an orange dust on your head, with Cheeto dust on your knees.
like you just went into a 50-50 with the gingerbread man. Do you know what I mean?
And one.
It's like I've been given shoes in the back of B&Q where they cut all the
kneeling down on the sawdust.
Yeah.
You're a gay man wearing shorts and
an old very gay man.
No, so lad, I got into ours before. I got home from work because me Montenex coat's dead hot, right? I was sweating, like there was fucking sweat dripping off the small of my back and all that. Got into ours, baby screaming there, my birds cooking a spag bowl there, fucking 2 kids in the living room killing each other and all that. As I was coming in, my daughter was going out, she was going up the garage. So it was just hectic. Got in. Heating was on full blast. I was fucking hallucinating and everything. I was like, oh, lad, what's going on?
I've got
to go and pick a borrower up in a minute as well from work. So, lad, I was just stressed everywhere.
So you thought shorts?
I went upstairs and started getting unchanged, and I was just sweating. I just seen a pair of shorts and I thought, I'm not asked if it's freezing there going on. And then I've regretted this since I walked up the house.
Yeah, that's a brave move for any man, that's really.
There's always someone who wears shorts though, isn't it? When it's cold.
I was literally going to say that, like I don't know them people who like regardless of the weather, lad, I don't feel like shut up.
A parker on with shorts.
To be fair though, me lower body, it gets cold obviously. I couldn't fucking walk around the Antarctica like that. But like, if I had a t-shirt on, I'd be shivering, my teeth would be clashing and everything. But with shorts on, I don't feel the cold as much. You know what I mean?
More muscle in your legs, haven't you?
Speak for yourself.
Lad, I've seen more meat on a fish cake, you dickhead.
I'll give you that one, like the gingerbread man show.
And to get that joke,
I'll give you that one.
And to get that joke, they're made out of potato. That's why it's a joke.
Yeah.
What?
Fish cakes
Made out of potato?
It's spuds in it.
So it's not fish?
It's not a fish cake.
Fish cakes, spuds.
Apparently rice
That's why
not rice.
they're not called fish cakes anymore. They're called savoury cakes. Because the fish community were fuming, going, you can't call them fish, lad, because it's a spud.
The identifier is a potato.
Is it actually potato? Is it?
Apparently rice pudding's not rice. Apparently it's called that.
So
what is rice pudding?
I've never had a rice pudding.
I've never had rice pudding.
Yeah,
Google it now. What is rice pudding?
Let me Google a rice pudding.
Imagine it was any other scan, lad, and you come around to us, I was making steaks, lad, and then I was bringing, you go, what's that, lad? Oh, gammon.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that kid last
week.
I didn't know.
That kid last week. I had bacon butties and it was chicken.
Lad, that was.
This is gonna sound mad, yeah.
Are you sure?
I didn't know cheesecakes had cheese in, you know. I swear to, like, I thought it was just the name of it because it looks like, because they do it in slices like a triangle of cheese, but it's actually got cheese in it. Didn't even know
Do you
that.
like cheesecake though?
I don't mind it, lad, yeah. It's
I
alright.
love cheesecake.
It tastes so, it depends what one.
Matty,
Like,
how old are you?
23.
How have you got to 23, la?
Listen,
How's he got there?
listen.
I'm
like,
on here with the degree. I'll have you.
in
You
what?
think I'm like, you think I'm incapable?
Gary, you're
for
not
the-
freezing. It's like 4 degrees. Speaking of degrees.
Just saying. Just saying. I have to drop it in
You know
there.
what's weird though? I've had a cheesecake in America, and so you have a cheesecake here, you can't really like taste cheese, can you? It's like whatever
No,
the
no.
flavour
Have you
is.
had a Lotus Biscoff cheesecake?
Unbelievable.
Oh!
But you go in
You
America.
taste the cheese in it?
No, in America it's like cheese. It's
I proper
actual
cheese. Yeah.
I've had a
That's
cheese
why
in
I didn't think it, because like when you're eating it, lad, you're not tasting pure fucking
Lad, I
cheddar.
didn't realise Yorkshire
You know what I
pudding
mean?
had Yorkshire in. Mad.
I didn't know Yorkshire puddings were from Rotherham.
Lad, I didn't know Belgian waffles like had Belgium in them as well.
Like Belgian
Yeah,
Talking
I know
about
what's pissing me
cheesecakes though, have you seen them Japanese cheesecakes?
Nah.
Lad, these Japanese cheesecakes, like they're just dead soft
Oh, yeah.
and fluffy,
Sorry.
and they just look like a big pair of Nellies, just like that.
Listen, before you go into what rice pudding actually is, you know what's been pissing me off?
Yeah,
lately,
well,
right?
it says pudding rice.
Well, I was just saying it backwards.
So yeah, ingredients.
It's French, innit? I hate that. That's what I used to hate about school when you're doing French and all that. You go, I'm going to the shop, and when you fucking translate, it's like, to the shop I go. No, it's not.
It's like
not
that.
ours.
It's like that with
You
Spanish
can
as
like
well,
Yoda,
isn't it?
lad, innit?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So here's the ingredients: 15 grams of unsalted butter, 100 grams of pudding rice, 25 grams of caster sugar.
What's pudding rice though?
Yeah, let's. All right.
Fat rice.
Pudding
Rice on a diet.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
it's
like, buy
it's
all
a type of
pudding
rice that can only be used for pudding.
This is what's pissing me off at the
Oh, but
minute. And it's a new craze right there, 'cause I need to get this off my chest, lad. Right. We all
Been
know
thinking
what
about it all
loaded
day.
fries are. It's
What?
fries. We all know what loaded fries are.
Yeah, yeah,
Fries with stuff on them.
Fries that have got a fat limo round
Right.
in it.
No.
Charged.
People have started calling them Belgian fries.
Nah, they haven't.
There's nothing
No.
about them that's Belgian. You've
Is
just
the
got
Belgian
chips.
truffle?
You've just got...
Because they're loaded
You've
like
just
Kevin De
got
Bruyne.
chips, got cheese, chicken, and then put a bit of rosemary on the top for decoration. That's not foreign cuisine.
I've never heard
Right,
of this.
listen, right.
Pisses me off,
I
like.
apologise to the Belgian community if I get this wrong, but I used to work with a couple of Belgians, right? And there's different fucking places in Belgium where they have different rules and all that.
Yeah.
But we were away with work, and we went to the canteen, and it was breakfast time, and I was getting a big fucking dirty, greasy brekkie and all that, right? And this kid was just getting like
course.
fucking croissants and all that, and I went, aren't you getting a brekkie? And he was like, no, I'm going to have a hot meal for my lunch today. And I went, what do you mean? He went, oh, where I'm from, in Belgium, he said we can only have one hot meal a day, and we have to choose whether it's breakfast,
Who's
lunch,
telling
or
them
tea.
that
And I
though?
went,
Innit?
what are you
Who's
on about?
saying to you?
Like follow
saying-
some religion
Hang on
or
a
something.
minute.
It's
Yeah.
only
That's
one.
your second hot meal of the day, that.
Yeah.
Jail.
2 years. 2 years stretch for
But
having two hot
But
scones.
Belgium, I don't know if they have now, but a couple of years ago, they didn't have a government. Like, no one wanted to be in control because the government was fucking in disrepair, lad. It was mad. So, like, they started making all mad rules. So, the company I used to work for,
Yeah.
we had a plant out in Belgium,
So where'd you get the dole from?
in Asenada, right? So, like, the
Like
amount...
if they were signing on the dole, like.
They had a government, they had rules, but like they didn't have any
No-
fucking
no one's in
parties.
charge.
They didn't want to control. No one wanted to take
Oh.
control of the country,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
fucking Labour
No
and
bats, no.
Tories and all that. So like, they made all mad rules, right? So, and that's why our company was hemorrhaging money, because we had to have a massive retention of staff to keep the factory turning over. So they made rules like,
But they save money because they
if
only have to
you're-
eat one hot meal.
if you're, exactly. if you're
Not feed the staff.
if you're over 55, you only have to work a 4-day week but get paid for 5.
Oh, fuck
So
off.
they had to recruit other people to cover that day. Then, if you wanted to look for a job elsewhere, they had to give you a day off a week to search for a job
Fuck off.
with full pay. If you then,
I just black. I was looking for
If you left,
If
if you left to start your own business, to go self-employed,
Don't say they put like helped you.
they had to retain your job for 5 years. Because if you go out on your own and then go, nah, not for me, I'm coming back, they'd have to give you a job back.
That's not fucking.
So it's sound, it's
That's
good.
really good.
But for your economy, it's shit because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're paying double wages for like people who are fucking. I'm self-employed, lad, and they're selling the Avon and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they come back.
I mean,
to their
it's a
job.
good concept.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do
He's
it,
just
but
trying to generate like new business for the country. Do you
Realistically,
think?
though, right? And I don't mean to.
But the
get all-
fries aren't yours. They're loaded.
I
Just
don't-
shut
I
up.
don't mean to get all politically here, right? But that's how shit should be, and it's
Yeah.
only not achievable in an economy because, like, realistically, and again, sorry to get political, billionaires shouldn't exist. Millionaires, yeah. No one becomes a billionaire by doing things completely by the book. So if we tax them people properly, fair conditions like that would be achievable. Because then let's say you work there and then wanted to go out, try a business venture, which everyone's entitled to do.
Yeah.
You can do that then with the security of going back to a job. if he fucks up.
But it wouldn't work though, because he's just said like,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, but it just
have
wouldn't
you ever seen Billionaires Row
No.
or Millionaires Row in London? We'll drive there tomorrow.
Okay.
Right?
Sound.
There's a street in London that all these fucking sheiks and everything all over the world have bought property to have equity, and they're just left derelict, lad. Some of the biggest houses in the country down the street are just.
What do you mean to have
rotten.
what
So they bought the house to have equity in another country and all that, and then they just left the house.
Oh, yeah.
So if they-
And
if
the
they
house is
lose
just
loads
what
of
banks-
gold,
Oh,
and
God,
they've
that's-
half million,
They've just,
Oh, okay,
they've just
okay,
let
okay.
the houses rot, lad. So me and my bird last year when we went to London, we drove through it.
Are they nice houses or are they just
Lad,
fucking?
the biggest mansions ever.
Fuck off.
Mansions, lad, falling apart. But when we drove down last year, some companies and some people started to buy plots because you couldn't buy the house because it was owned by some kid in fucking Saudi Arabia and he weren't asked about it.
Yeah.
So no one could buy it off him. So they started now buying the houses and redoing them back up, lad. But it's fucking heavy. I'll show you that quick.
Oh, no one lives in them at all.
Nah, there's say in the street. Say there's.
But you'd at least fucking rent it out, wouldn't you?
Say
You know what
there's
I mean?
say there's 40 houses in the
Airbnb,
street. Say there's 40 houses in the street. 15 of them are lived in, and the rest are just all abandoned, lad. Look. So like,
Did they look like shit? I was like boarded up and that, or did they just look like normal
nah,
houses?
loads of them are just boarded up, lad. Like, look, lad, overgrown gardens and all that, lad.
Oh, shut up.
That's like the White
Heavy
House
can,
on
So
the
there be
division.
Kens.
Oh, just the White
The
House.
White
Yeah,
House,
like,
yeah.
look
Gardens been fired.
inside the gaff, lad. All the stuff just falling apart and all that, lad.
Where in London's that?
I don't know the exact.
Realistically, though, imagine if you were a homeless person with sense and you started
Bishop's
squatting
Avenue
in
it's
that
called.
house.
Yeah, 100%.
Lad,
The fella's not even asked as well.
Exactly.
He wouldn't even kick off.
You would
Straight
you'd
sound.
never know. You'd
Yeah.
live in there, redecorate the house. You'd never know. You're paying no
Raise a
tax.
family.
Yeah.
No fucking council's like nothing.
Exactly. So this one's like a helicopter view of. It's called Bishop's Avenue, and it says money, murder, and mystery on London's derelict billionaires row,
Murder?
and then it's just picked a couple of houses and shown you the value. So top end of the street, one house is worth 21.4 mil. Over the road, 35.2 mil. 1.3 mil, 6.7, 20 mil, 16.3 mil, and they're all derelict and no one's in them.
Fuck off.
That's mad.
Are they all different houses? Like they're not all the same?
It's not all the same. It's all bespoke
How
houses.
far away are the neighbours though? Oh, lovely. Fucking hell, that was
That had decibels
massive
too.
plots of land around them as well.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
they're,
fucking
they're
that's
close,
sick.
still close proximity, but they're not like touching and all that. Like,
Oh,
there's
that's sick.
mad.
Do you know what that reminds me? Well, it doesn't. It's not that similar, but it just reminded me of it. Are you on that? Because the Isle of Man's a tax haven, innit?
Yeah.
You know, there's like a building.
What did you say?
Flashbacks there. That's all Raven in it.
There's like a house. There's like a house. Is experts from the Isle of Man.
In the Man of Isle.
No, lad.
So there's like a building in the Isle of Man,
Shags,
and
man,
there's like
cat,
there's a plaque. There's a plaque on the wall,
on.
and it's just loads of different businesses that are registered there. Because if your business is registered
yeah.
in that building,
Yeah,
tax haven, not
that's
pay no
mad, that.
tax on it.
Did you know?
Just meant to
Sick,
register the
lad.
trademark, and then that means all the money's got to be paid for the trademark.
So it's like when
That's
you
what
got when they
companies
got
do.
Mad fact about the Isle of Man. They have killer whales, you know. There's been killer whales spotted around the coast of the Isle of Man.
I don't know how true this is because it was I got told it a while back. But apparently back in like I think it was like mid to late 90s when there was loads of nonsense in the UK that no
It still is. Still is on.
well the ones who
Allegedly.
were getting put into like witness protection and that apparently loads of them got sent to live in the Isle of Man under like new
All on the
identities
sea
and that.
cat, see you later, lad.
Shut
up, no, but lad, we've done that before.
In the Isle of Man.
Yeah, Australians just like prisoners that got sent there.
Australians are all
yeah.
300,
paedophiles.
300 years. Well, not all, yeah, could be all
No,
paedophiles,
yeah, and
all
apparently
that.
there's just loads of nonsense in the Isle of Man under Witsec, lad. Just
Is that why they're all like inbreds and that?
lad, it could very well be.
That's why the cats have got no tails because they shagged them all.
Lad, I remember being in the Isle of Man once, right? And lad, it was the maddest thing I've ever seen. So like, because
Is it actually that small?
right? So the island itself, I could be wrong. So Google is.
What's the population of it?
Can't you
I don't-
walk
not that many.
end to end in like fucking an hour or something?
Nah,
stupid?
it'd be taking a bit longer than that. I think the whole
I think
island
driving.
itself. Yeah,
Driving,
you can
yeah.
drive in less than an hour. The whole island itself, Google is, make sure I'm right, is something like 30 miles squared, the whole island. But there's only like
Pudding rice.
there's only like fucking like a little like
Area of it that's got
eight
people.
or so square mile bit that's populated. The
Yeah,
rest of
yeah, I
it's
know
field.
what you mean,
It's a
yeah.
nice looking place. You can go there for like 2 days, but then after 2 days there, like you
Yeah.
want to blow your
The
head
Isle of
off.
Man is
Yeah.
572 kilometres squared.
Yeah, I was just seeing that, but I'm.
How many
I'm not
miles?
gonna
How
say-
many miles long and wide is the Isle of Man? The Isle of Man is in the middle of the Irish Sea, at the centre of the British
33.
Isles. It is 33 miles long and 13 miles wide.
But like there's only a small.
So like
portion
Bobby's
of it
dick
that's
then?
populated.
Yeah, quite big.
And then like everyone there's a grass. So
Yeah.
when I, when,
Remember that? Remember that
They all
kid?
know each other. older than
Remember
that.
that kid in lockdown who went to the Isle of Man on a jet ski? Remember him?
Yeah, what? Listen.
Lad, he was a lad, right, from Scotland, right? And he was, lad, I swear down, right? So this is old news,
Breaking any rules, like, is he?
Lad, he lived in Scotland and he got a contract over in the Isle of Man working. He was a roofer or something, right? And he fell in love on a night out with this bird, got with this bird and all that. Because of COVID and all that, they had, is your ex-bird? Nah, he's thinking your ex-bird.
Probably has, like.
Yeah, he got his haggis out on the face like that. So, because they had really strict COVID rules and all that, when his contract ended, he wasn't granted access back onto the island and that, and he'd in love with this bird, so he was like...
What, like, you need a visa?
Yeah, because...
To stay in the Isle of Man?
Yeah, because of COVID, yeah, that's COVID rules.
okay.
Yeah, they would stick with the COVID.
Yeah, really strict and that. So we kept applying it, they were like, nah, so he got a jet ski and rode to the Isle of Man, nearly died in the Irish Sea because he thought I'd be sound that and it was pure wavy and all that.
Did he make it though?
Yeah, got to the Isle of Man on a jet ski and then the busies knew where he was, like knew he was on the island and started to track him down. In the end, they fucking tracked him down and all that and gripped him and he went to jail for it, lad.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to hide that well.
No.
In the Isle of Man. Yeah, there's about 120 people. Like, 121, wait there, when you come back.
The only person there that no one recognises. But no, like, I remember I was there, like, everyone there is a grass, right? Everyone's a grass. And, like, weed there is dead expensive. So, like, because they've got to get it shipped over. Because, like, obviously, I don't know where from, like
Marbella.
Other places. So, like, to get an 8, which is like 30 quid a year, it was like between 50 and 70 quid, depending on how good the weed was, which, by the way, was never good. And to go for a joint, I had to go on like a little fucking half-mile walk down some little snide alleyway.
Just smoking cubes of Oxo.
Right? And then there was one day.
Is there just like one dealer? Is that
just one fella.
Yeah, but he's also the mayor, the local. And then I turned down this alleyway one day, and like, there was just a wild peacock.
A wild peacock?
Looking at me. And I was going, is that peacock? And they're like, oh yeah, be careful with that. It chases people. It's known on the island. So apparently this peacock goes into the fucking little Tesco or the Asda car park, and if you come out, it just chases you to your car.
Do you want to know what's proper mad about like living there? Like everyone knows everyone and all things like that. Like, do you know the way like we can go on like TikTok and we can see like videos like only Scousers will get, like, you know, like the video.
It's not boring there.
No, but you know what I mean though, like
just like videos of peacocks. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like the kid, you know the video with that kid and he's like, I don't know you, but you're all sick. Like we all know that, but
I know you're all sick.
But no one outside of Liverpool would really get onto that. Do you know what I mean? But like, I wonder what their fucking thing is.
But he actually went our school up.
I know. He's in my ear.
Do you know what's mad though as well, right? Have you seen the shape? Have you seen the shape of the Isle of Man? Bobby's mole.
That is the Isle of Man.
You can just hear motorbikes go neil.
But lad, do you know what? Right,
have you seen how many people die in the TT races in the Isle of Man?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about that.
So, when I was there, I found out a mad fact. There's a population of wallabies in the Isle of Man, you know.
What?
What's a wallaby?
A little kangaroo.
Kangaroo?
Fuck off.
How's a kangaroo got there, lads?
Wild in these fields.
Shut up. How are they getting there?
On the peacock's back.
On a jet ski. I don't know, man.
That's a question. How long did it take him to get from there to the Isle of Man on a jet ski? That must have took him before. Oh yeah, back to the TT. Did you go to? Did you ever see? Did you see it? It's scary. That's scary.
Where I was there, so the house we were at for it, the GARYS house it was. Dad owns like the Isle of Man equivalent to British Gas. And like the house is massive.
Yeah, the Isle of Gas.
The Isle of Gas.
Like, the house was massive, but like the street outside the house was part of the TT course. So like we're sitting in the front garden. There's a little wall that's about that high here, and then there's bikes going past you at 200 miles an hour.
Scary.
Like, from the internet.
Scary.
I'm sitting there nearly getting white at these bikes going past, going, what if he comes off the bike? I was going to this kid, I was going, like, what are the chances of one of them coming off the bike and over the wall? And they were like, oh, the chances aren't actually that slim, nearly. It happens every year, people die.
Yeah.
I was like, right, okay.
Have you ever seen the TT race?
No. I've seen like videos of like races, but probably seen it.
270 round corners.
No, you've got to think for the Isle of Man, that's like a big part of their economy. That race is probably, do you know what I mean? So they're probably not asked with the risk factor.
I reckon we have a word from another sponsor. Matty, what sponsor we got, lad?
We have Manscaped. Using WHB20 at checkout gets you 20% off all orders with free shipping. Now, what sort of products did you do, Gary?
They've got loads of products, lad. Got the Lawnmower 4.0, fantastic razor, right? Helps reduce nicks on the ball bag. It's waterproof. It's got a light on it. You can get in all your crevices under your big fat Ned Kelly and everything. And shave, it's sound. They've also got the Weed Whacker, which Danny loves. It's a personal favourite for Danny. The Weed Whacker. You get right up your fucking nose like that. It made me come the other day, you know. I was on the Weed Whacker and I was pure like, I got like population paste dribbling out of me foreskin and everything. Lad, it's such a nice sensation, you know. And you know what? While I had all population paste everywhere, I gave it a little clean, and I got the crop preserver and the crop preserver out, lad, and fucking freshened it up. It was beautiful. What else did they offer, lad?
And you also have the Beard Hedger Pro with titanium.
Beard? You said beard. The Beard Hedger Pro.
The new product, the beard range that they're doing. It's got titanium blades, and it also comes with oils and balms. So get in touch. WHP20 at checkout.
At manscaped.com. Bitches. Lad, that fella, right? He was planning the trip from, where is it? Whithorn in Scotland to Ramsey. That's where he wanted to go. And on the map, he looked at it and he went, it's about 25 miles, 40 kilometres. He said, I'll do that in 40 minutes on a jet ski.
How long did it take?
Because of the weather, it took him 4.5 hours.
But on a normal day, though, it'd take him about an hour.
He kept taking wrong turns.
How are you taking a wrong turn in the sea, though, lad? It's just there.
It's up in Dublin. Where the fuck are you, alright, Billy, lad? Where are you? Is this the Alabama? Who the fuck were you? You alright? It's a mad. Sorry, lad. You're the only, like, do you know, like, oh, this what makes you laugh about the Alabama, right? What they call town is like smaller than like Bold Street.
Okay.
So like the only thing on there, they got a
It's
flannels.
got like have they got flannels?
They got a flannels.
Why?
Next door
Why
to
have you got
Sports
flannels?
Direct. Next door to
Sports Direct own flannel. It's the same company.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Yeah, same company.
Oh,
Yeah.
But fucking
Like,
and like,
actually, the little rat.
like they've got there's not really like clubs. There's just like
Booze. I think shut at like 12 and that.
yeah. So like I think the pub shut at like 11, and like there's one club which fits about 4 people in, which is like half of them, and it shuts at like 1.
That's
Daddy.
It's shit. Lad.
Imagine being born somewhere like that, lad.
Yeah.
Like that, you don't have a...
But that's all you know, though, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's
yeah,
all you
but
know. So.
back in the day you didn't. Now you've got the fucking power of the internet.
Speaking of the TT races, though, right? So, do you know, I used to work in John Lennon Airport, but it wasn't John Lennon Airport. It was next door. It was like an aviation place. So it was like...
Sunglasses everywhere. Lad.
yeah. So it was like all like... it was mostly parcels.
Alright, fucking maverick, lad.
it was mostly just like parcels going to and from the Isle of Man. We used to have to clear some customs and all bullshit like that, whatever. So when the TT races was on, when the die did the closest like hospital that they could go to was in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So they used to ship them over into the shed, and we'd have to X-ray the bodies in like a wooden coffin and get them picked up. Honest to God. So every year when it was on, the fucking major bodies coming through, and
There was loads of dead babies.
yeah. So in the Isle of Man, in the Isle.
In the Isle of Man.
You're starting not laughing.
In the Isle of Man.
I
There's
feel
just some
proper bad on
mad
them, man.
peacock killing babies, lads, going everywhere.
Imagine being in work going suitcase, dead baby, suitcase.
Just proper nonchalantly,
I
like.
never, nah, fuck
It's
that.
not nothing different.
People hiding weed in dead babies' bodies.
Well, listen, this
Bloke that lad.
but this is why we had to do it though. So in the Isle of Man, if they were like stillborn, there was no one in the Isle of Man who was like registered or
Into
whatever.
scanning
Like,
them.
no one was trained up to fucking scan them. There was no one trained up to do the
Feed them to the
post-mortem.
wallabies, lad.
There was no one trained up in the Isle of Man to do post-mortem, so they'd have to ship them over here to go to Alderday. And like,
Would it need?
It isn't mad though. Like, isn't it mad?
Passport.
No.
Isn't it
Do
mad?
you not need a passport for that?
Like even if you're dead.
Do you not need to like know who you are?
Well, no, 'cause, like you might have a criminal record or.
You fucking dead.
He's not gonna be doing
You
it.
can't be offended.
You think he's just gonna get in, just wake up and go like shotties here, start shooting people in there, like Shaun of the Dead.
With all that expensive weed, be like, I'm here on business, you know.
Isn't it mad though? Like, we dead bodies get to fly the world and all that. I mean, I fella did it. He was dead selfish, right? He had a couple of funerals, right?
He was dead selfish.
he had a couple of funerals.
Yeah, so he strung himself in Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
So like he had a fucking
Made in the Royal Navy.
but we had a funeral in fucking Liverpool in St Anne's Church, and then like had a big fucking wake party or whatever in the Irish Centre on Mount Pleasant, the original one. Big fundraiser, raised load of money. Then he got fucking shipped in a Delta up to fucking Speak, and got put on a fucking plane, flew to Dublin, then fucking
Is that was the Irish?
yeah. And then fucking down to Wexford from Dublin, Enniscorthy, County Wexford, and got buried over there. And I was like, I had a big funeral there as well. I was like, you're a selfish cunt. Fuck off.
Yeah, for the attention, that.
Yeah, pure attention to
Yeah,
all that. Yeah.
Therefore, I'd love to go to Ireland. You know, I'd love to do comedy in Ireland.
I've never been to Ireland.
Yeah, I've
Never been.
Well, I went. I mean,
Would you not go to like the
my family live over there. Like,
Yeah.
my mum and dad are Irish. My dad was, he's dead, obviously.
is that like
My brothers
like
are
the
Irish and all that, so I
little
go.
snide towns though?
Yeah, so where my family live, it's only a small village.
Okay.
But it's only 2 hour drive from Dublin. But when I went for my nan,
Yeah.
kicking it, I messaged the comedy page up the Kraken Island, and I was like, any gigs? And they were like, yeah, I'm meant to meet for my nan's funeral. Can I jump on? They were like, yeah, sound.
They used that as an excuse.
And then
I
I was like, I was over there, and I was like, my babe was like, you're here for your nan's funeral, lad. Come on. I was gonna go up to Dublin for the night, and I was like, I just left it.
Yeah.
But,
set the grind, don't stop.
you know, just like that.
nan would have wanted me to, I swear.
It was in a will.
She took ages to die as well. That was frustrating. Like, no, it was because
You just died.
no, it was that because in Ireland, right?
I've got a gig in 10 minutes.
We spoke about this in Ireland. They bury you within like 2 days of dying. Like
Really?
it's a fast turnaround, yeah. It's not like
Remember
a fucking-
Victoria was saying it?
Yeah,
He did that.
yeah. And
Why
like,
is that, by the way? I've heard a few
Just
people say that.
Is that religious?
they want your money as fast as possible, get it, innit?
Wait, what's the where is it? Where you live? The village.
So it's where my dad's family from. It's Enniscorthy, which
Yeah.
is County Wexford. Then my mum's family are from like Wexford town itself.
So you've got the whole map. So you've got
Wexford is
Bel-
Merseyside. So Wexford's Merseyside, and then you've obviously got like Liverpool, Knowsley, and all that make Merseyside.
Yeah.
So Wexford is Merseyside, but then there's Wexford town,
Oh,
and then
okay.
loads of little towns.
Is it literally
Okay.
like it's a proper like a proper village? Like everyone knows everyone.
It's big now.
Yeah.
Like it's a decent size, but majority of people still know the majority of people. Like when my half fella died and that, like loads of shops closed as like a sign of respect, and you walk down the you walk behind the funeral car and all that. You know what I mean?
Is he proper well
So there's
known?
one funeral car, and everyone else just walks behind it. Obviously, the heads in the car, yeah. It was mad. Yeah, proper mad, yeah. But that David was texting me and was like, "Listen, she was called Ma Highland. They weren't Nan and Grandad. It's Ma and Dad Highland." She was like, "Your Ma's really ill." She was like 93. She's like, she's really ill. She's deteriorating. Just sort your shit out. She's gonna be dead soon. Get over here. And like for about 9 days, she was still going. People text me like, I was like, "She's dead yet?" And they were like, "Nah, she's still hanging on." But like, as we said to Vittorio, she was fucking giving Bobby Sands a run for his money, lad, doing a hunger strike because she, lad, they hadn't given her any food or liquid for like 9 days, right?
Just trying to
And
kill
she was
her.
just there rattling. I was like, just die.
Rattling.
But it was funny, lad, because like they're all over the top, aren't they? All the family, all the family are over the top. So like 2 a.m, all the family's still in the fucking hospital and all that's dead quiet, and like they're all crying, sobbing and all that. And and then one of me it's my cousin's wife. So she was talking to me, nan. She was going, "How are you, Mary? Can you hear me, Mary?" And all that. And now David, when she's fucking dying, not deaf, lad. Shut up.
Is Wexford the Catholic or Prozzies?
Catholic.
Yeah.
Southern Ireland, innit? Down south east coast.
So,
What's the beef like that, like, because I've never been to Ireland, is there actually like that much tension between Catholics and Protestants down there?
Southern Ireland, where our family's from, there's not tension because it's just all Catholics. There's no like murder,
Yeah.
but they fucking hate the English and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's hilarious because our David, when he
so
got
they hate you then?
yeah. So our David fucking hates me. Like he's proper fucking IRA and all that. He loves it. But
Big up.
for his wedding, so in Ireland, when you get married, you'd have your wedding, you'd have your big do, and then the next day you'd have a second party.
Yeah.
It's tradition. So, cause his main wedding, he had loads of English family and all that. He just had like nice music. The next day, he had like an Irish rebel musician singing. And like, me bird loves that music. Like,
I think it's quality.
Yeah, me bird like that, yes! I'm like, you're singing about killing the English, you know? She's like, I'm not asked.
Yeah,
funny,
it's
lad.
sick, lad.
Yeah, it's funny.
A few boozers in town.
Yeah.
Few boozers in
Ah,
town.
you
all
got
the
no
Irish ones
fucking
are fucking like
home,
that.
you know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
A few boozers in town are like that.
Yeah, but I know loads of lads, Scouse lads, who sing in the Irish bars now and all that. It's boss.
You always walk past. I don't know who, lad, I was in, when I was walking back to the train station from my gig last night, I don't know who the fuck was singing in one of the Irish bars, lad, but he should never be allowed near a microphone again. I was walking past and he was like, "White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes." I was like, "Oh, shut your great, lad." Do you want to see that later? When I was coming back from the gig, it was dead weird. Like, I seen, like, there was like a lad in a beard walk past me.
Sorry, last night.
There was, oh, lad, we'll get on to that in a fucking minute, lad.
Oh.
So there was a lad in a beard walk past me.
Remember last
One
night?
was like, oh, lad, oh,
Flashbacks, eh?
All right, go on.
I'll tell you now, fuck that story.
No, go on. Tell me
Like,
about
a lad
it.
in a beard walked past me, in like, he was dressed as like a prisoner in like an orange jumpsuit, and she was dressed as like a fucking prison guard. And then I was
I
like,
bet they still let them in everywhere. And I
And
still get KB for when you got
KB.
bossed up.
and then I was like, that's mad. And then, yeah, so this lad walked past me in like a prison jumpsuit, and his babe was dressed up as like a fucking, like a prison guard or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's unusual.
Fancy dressing
And then
January.
about 10 yards further down, another two walked past me, and I was like, what a coincidence. And then like, every 10 yards, there was a couple in the same day. And I was thinking, like if I walked into a glitch or something, like, what the fuck's going on? And I had a big conga of them coming up. And I was like, what the fuck's
next
going on?
Christmas night out.
Right, so remember the story about the girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
We were stood outside the gig we were at last night. And
What's she do?
she's walked past.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was mid-sentence, I just went... And he stood there and she walked past going...
I was just barking at her.
Did she bark?
Did you have that well?
She walked up the street. I was barking at her.
Yeah.
And then, like, she just stopped, crossed the road, lagged to go into Tesco, stopped, like, looked over, walked back over the road and hovered for a bit, and then just got off. And I was like,
Do you reckon she's seen that clip?
yeah.
She must have, lad. She like,
maybe
come on.
she didn't notice it.
No, she does.
No, 100%. What, she's thinking, oh no, other people have barked at him, surely. You know, it's a common thing.
Who doesn't?
It's always
do
in the
that?
girls' group chat, they say it. They always say, when you're going to bark.
Lad last night.
Yeah.
Nah,
Couldn't help myself.
I reckon that was still genuinely to this day one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me. That's got to be top 3.
Is that what you were talking about before about last night? Or
No, the
that's
gig
what-
itself was just fucking annoying.
What
lad.
was that?
So, right, you didn't see
The-
Kevin
the-
McDonald
the
go on,
pro-
did you?
Where you done it looked nice though with the
Lad, the
backdrop
venue-
looking
the
cool. Where was
venue-
that?
On both.
Oh, Slims, yeah.
Is it, yeah?
So I was in hot water last night, and he belled me and went, "He's still in town." He went, "I'm doing Alex's gig. Come down. It's fucking the room set." It looked like the inside of a limo, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah, it looks sick in there.
There was this fella last night, right? I think his name's Kevin McDonald or something like that, lad. Or fucking Kevin McDonald, one of the two. And then
Kevin, who's that? Is he on fucking Corrie?
Cuddy? Yeah, I was going to say that.
do it for the street. And fucking this fella.
Do for that, Rosie.
I said to Alex, I was like, look, I'll do his favour. He had me on second to last, and I was going to try and get to another gig in town last night. 'Cause I'm trying to run this new material for the show in April. So like, look, is there any chance I can
Our
run a bit
show,
earlier?
first one sold out.
Link for tickets for the second show in the description.
There's only 40 tickets left, so
Is
buy
there?
fast, yeah.
Woo!
I'll check again now. Go carry on.
But yeah, fucking. So I was like, look, if you don't mind, could you put me on a little bit earlier? Because I'm going to try and get to another gig. I'm trying to run this material as many times as I can. Whatever. He went, yeah, son. Put you on first in the second section. I was like, perfect, thank you. Second section rolls around. You want to go on first now, by the way? This lad needs to get a train back to like Bradford or Bristol. He's like, so he's going to go. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then he's like, right, you can't go on next either. I was like, why, lad? And he's like, well, Kevin McDonald's here. No, Kevin McDonald's this fella. He's a fucking idiot, lad. No, he is, lad. He's a fucking dickhead, lad. He's just some fella who's like 50 odd, who's just a sad man. And like, he doesn't even tell, lad. No, this is the thing, right?
Why don't you like him, lad?
Because, right,
What's he done to you?
I don't think he's done personally, and like, it's not even that, like, I think he's like a bad comedian, lad. He's just he doesn't tell jokes, lad. He just tells like sad stories from his life. Like he was saying when he was like 50, he had a beard. He was like 85. Who he caught cheating on him in a Butlins. But there's no joke there. He just tells the story and then goes, "So yeah, my love life's not going well." and he was like, "Kevin's come. He's in costume." What? I was like, "What?" He's like, "He's just been getting changed at the back of the room." And I said to Ben Robinson, Ben, fucking, I love Ben so much, lad. And he was like, I was like, right, do us a favour, Ben. I was like, I'm not going to look at the costume. Don't look either. When he's walking, we'll sit like that. And then when he gets on the stage, we'll both look together. And he was like, absolutely. And I was like, love that. And then we looked, and lad, he was just in a bomber jacket that had all the Looney Tunes on.
Oh.
And a beanie that was too small for him.
So what was the aim like? I don't get
He's
it.
just like dressed up as like an emo kid or something.
Just dressed up as a
He
paedophile.
was like outside.
Paedophile, yeah.
He was just dressed up as a fucking...
Came from the Alaman Depot.
He comes dressed up as Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
lad, literally though, lad, he's fucking... He just started telling stories about like when he got sacked from a pork scratching factory.
That is sad, that like. That's a sad story, that. It's a sad story, that.
Lad, I was just like, so like...
It was crackling.
That was probably funnier than his actually fucking 10 minutes that he had, wasn't it?
I didn't even get on stage till like 10 to 11.
Yeah.
The same as at half past, so I'm anything, and like, I'm pushing it here.
Is Danny doing a set?
Man, I swear down, man, I was like, I'm gonna have to get to this. And then after it, this Kevin comes over, he's like, was that new material? I went, yeah. He's like, oh, it was okay. I was like,
oh, lad. Nah, I'd understand why you wouldn't like him. I'd understand. I fully understand.
Sorry, Kevin.
Len's a beard, you dickhead.
Innit? Fucking lens of pork scratching your fucking cheeky cunt, lad. I was fuming.
He's fuming over that, you know.
He's like that. I wouldn't have that if I was you, lad.
So why
Say
not?
something, Milo.
You had to get to another gig or get your train home?
Well, I didn't even end up having time to get to the other gig because by the time I'd been on stage,
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you that, like.
lad,
He just gigged
while
on
I
the
was
train.
While I was still waiting to get on at that
Just
gig,
people on
you
the
was
fella
all
was cleaning up.
Oh, I was fuming, lad. I was fucking fuming.
Done last orders. Oh,
And
lad.
do you know what? I'm excited for this show in April, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
not, usually I'd try and tell you like the material that up before it.
Yeah, don't tell me.
But,
Yeah, don't.
lad,
Listen,
I
mate,
wrote- I wrote
listen.
a bit last night as well.
Sound
Lad, it's heavy.
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 Listen, right. We haven't decided yet, so it's me and him are going to do half an hour each.
Yeah.
The longest we've ever been on stage.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about, do we introduce each other? So I'm going to go on first, so does he get on, do a course minutes, and then introduce me, and then it's a break, and then I introduce him. Then we were like, do we get an MC to just do it? And then we were like, why don't we get like Bobby and Matty to introduce us on stage?
I'll introduce you.
Come here, yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that.
do you want to do that?
Come here, yeah,
Yeah,
do that.
because
We'll
people,
do it,
were like,
lad.
'cause people were like, oh, fucking get the lads down. We've had loads of people message
I've
us.
had a few people message us and say, like, is Bobby and Matty on it as well?
I'll be in a suit as well.
Let's just finish at
Yeah.
what, like 3?
Yeah, but if you are willing to like get on stage and introduce and all that,
yeah,
it's only a 78 capacity room, so it's not massive.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
comfortable
sound.
doing that,
I
lad.
know, 70
I'm
people watching
comfortable.
us. So
Yeah.
that's like
I'm comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
50
Sweet,
size.
sweet.
Yeah.
But last night on stage
That'd
in
be
Hot
sick,
Water,
that.
right? So I did loads of new bits in Hot Water last night, and I'd been writing like the last couple of days. So as you're writing, obviously you start memorising it. But then I had ideas of other stuff that I didn't write down.
Yeah.
So when I took my notepad on stage last night in Hot Water, and like I never take a notepad on stage, even with new material. I don't ever do, but I thought some of the stuff's so new.
Yeah.
I've never said it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my notepad with bullet points on. So I was just jotting stuff down, and like I'd had me jokes, and then the bit about my stepdad. I'm not gonna tell the joke.
Yeah.
About the swim pool. So I wrote that down as a bullet point. Yeah, I wrote that down as a bullet point, and then I was like, I wrote something about a lad I used to go to school with called Michael or whatever, right? And I was like, that right sound, go on stage. So as I'm doing the swimming pool bit, I just thought, I looked at my notepad and I was like, I'm gonna riff this bit. Have you ever seen the movie Waterworld?
No.
So it's a film. It's an old film, Waterworld, right? The fella, he lives on like a big fucking catamaran, and like he fucking lives out in the sea, and he swims like a fish and everything. So I was like, I'm gonna reference that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was swimming, and the fella, the actor in it, is called Kevin Costner, right? So I went, I was swimming like my hero, Michael Costner in Waterworld, because I looked at Michael on my notepad, and no one laughed, and I went, joke was flat. Finished me set, got off stage. So I was like, as I do, I was like, Liverpool, fucking thank you very much. I'd say you've been amazing, but I threw autograph, then go fuck yourselves. And I walked off stage, and Danny Mac, the MC, was coming back on. And Danny Mac just whispered in me, he went, watch this lad. I went, go ahead, sound. And he got on stage, he went, he's that much of a zero, he forgot his name was Kevin. And I just went, you did it.
I want to know like the process that goes into writing a joke. Like, how do you just sit there?
Is it a random thought?
Yeah, because
No,
I'd love to know like
Yeah,
what
I know
that
what you mean.
is.
Like, with like
There's
natural
no-
born gift.
There's no right way to write a joke. It's every way is different, isn't
Everyone's
it?
got their
Yeah.
own sort of style, lad. Like, I like,
Because I can crack a joke like in the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if someone says something that's like,
I couldn't make a
that's
routine
what I
joke.
know what I mean.
That's
Like,
why-
I couldn't
I
sit
couldn't
there and
think
be
of one,
like,
yeah.
But that's what I
Yeah.
struggle at, because when it's just conversation and it's natural, I can just fucking flow off the tongue and have a laugh. Trying to formulate something and find the funny bit in it
Yeah.
It's
is
timing with
difficult.
it a lot,
because
isn't
it's
it,
like
as well,
you pinpoint stuff from your past, say something, and then it's a punchline. But like, where the fuck does the punchline come from? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't how does it formulate?
it took a while to like I'm still not saying I'm not the finished product myself yet, but like that was what, when I first started trying to write jokes and not just be, like say funny shit, that was the hardest bit for me, was like figuring out, right, okay, I've got all the setup, I've got this story, where's the
But there's no right way of doing it. You're just, you're still just sort
There's
of
different
winging
ways,
it.
isn't it? There's different ways of
Would you,
doing a joke.
would you
though,
ever
innit?
like, not like, I'm not saying like you need to do it, but like, have you ever thought about like, just to see how other people do it? Like, isn't there like classes that you can take? Like, if you wanted to be a comedian sort
what's
of
that
thing?
thing, the
you know what I
callback
mean?
joke?
Like
Do you know when you say something and then 5 minutes after you bring it back?
Yeah.
That's like a style of joke, innit? Callback joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called like a hook.
A hook, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
when
yeah.
you keep the thingy in the
Yeah,
same
yeah, you
thing.
bring
Oh,
it back.
okay, yeah.
That's
I
one
want
of the, do you know what, right? Writing a hook and a joke is like the most difficult thing to write.
Yeah, it's a
because
proper elite
you,
level.
you write this joke, yeah.
And that
And
joke's
then
got to follow into the next joke. Not
It's got
follow
to
into it,
lead
but
that joke's got to trickle into the next joke.
Naturally.
But then
And you can
the
bring it-
joke after the next joke has got to somehow relate back to the one that was too. It's difficult to do that. It's really, really difficult.
It's very rarely do
imagine
it.
mixing a tune, but like you've not got decks
or music.
You just got a pen.
It's
and you've got to go.
It's trying to.
You've just got an iPod.
It's trying to.
You just got GarageBand.
Lad, it's trying to mix like 128 RPM house, right, and then throwing a fucking 82 RPM hip hop tune into it on the back of it. That's what it's like.
It's difficult to do.
I very rarely do I do a hook and a callback, and I've tried to start doing them, and I've got one that it works. It's not the best joke in the world, but it works. It's about me, like it's about my daughter. It's about a coat. So I have a whole bit. Again, I don't want to give too much because I'm going to have it in the show, but I have a bit about like me being fucking tight as a budgie's arsehole and all that. And like, when I was younger, I wanted all the most expensive stuff. And then I looked at my daughter and I was like, we were in town shopping and she was looking at these coats and I was like, listen, girl, you can get another 3 years out of that Primark coat. And like, that's the little throwaway joke and it's a little bit of a laugh. And then near the end of my set, I have a bit about my daughter getting bullied. And then
it's because you got the yeah.
And then she goes, if you got me a fucking new coat, I wouldn't get bullied. And that's me callback, and that gets a laugh. But it's not the strongest one. But that's the first time I've tried it because I'd never know how. Because the thing is, I can write jokes, but when you're doing a longer set, it's having synergy in that set. Is there a theme in the set? It's okay going joke. If there's no synergy between them jokes, it's just a weird set of just fucking random jokes in it. That's what's hard, finding a theme and running with it.
Because I just don't reckon I'd probably be better just if like just standing on.
I'm doing it randomly.
You know what I mean? But just like standing on.
And like
stage
a group of kids around you. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Hello.
I couldn't do that. You know, I couldn't do stand up. I don't think. I don't think I could do it. Well, yeah, sort of. But I don't think I could actually stand in front of people because you're putting intention into making someone laugh. Like in here, we're just doing it, just naturally talking. Like actually going out there and you've got the task of making people laugh.
No, you're like that. I am gifted.
Yeah. I'd crumble
Definitely
my head off.
with that wine, the gifted and talented.
I'd crumble to fuck. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. If I got on stage and I thought this is a world, you know, went knock, yeah, who's there? And no one laughed, I'd be like, I'd crumble. I'd crumble.
You'd be fine. You just go, hey, got one kidney, you know.
That's it. Punchline done. Yeah. Call back at the end. Hey, that one kidney done.
Time for another word from another one of the sponsors. This time, it's T-Trades. Bobby, what does T-Trades offer?
Well, what doesn't T-Trades offer is probably the better question. T-Trades. T-Trades offers live courses on trading with cryptocurrency. She also offers crypto guides, stock market guides, understanding debt guides, and financial freedom guides. Also, if you want to invest with Tyler, please head over to t-trades.com. All the information will be on the website.
Link to it down below in the description.
We love you.
And I'm excited for the show, but nervous.
No,
I'm excited. I am excited for it because
I'm nervous, isn't it?
It's terrifying though. It's all right going like doing like a 10-15 minute set, but even
but
going
it's also
from 15 to 20's hard.
It is, and I've done a couple of 20s, and it's because you're scraping the barrel from it. Because I've got loads of material, but it's loads of shit material. I haven't got much. Do
you not think it would be easier because you can sort of gauge the audience in the half an hour? Do you know what I mean? Because you got 5 minutes, you know what they want.
That's what I mean. You
know what they like.
Yeah, but if you're quite one-dimensional with your material. And I think we'll be fine because people are coming to see us. But like if you're at a random gig and people aren't there for you and they don't like your type of material, if you've got nowhere to go, it's a long
That's
time.
That's why you got to the pressure's off. People are wanting to see you no matter what.
I'm just wondering if, say this second show sells out completely again, maybe like month, every other month, if there's still a demand for tickets.
Could do it every month, just do what's happening.
Because
X-Hot World Comedy every month.
Let's say there's 500 people.
And then what? And then that's a new half an hour?
No, the same half an hour, because like not everybody you wants to see that half an hour is going to get a chance to, because there's very limited tickets.
But people might not know that and think you're going to do new material every time.
Oh no, we could advertise a little. If you miss the show, we're doing the same show again.
Do it in like description or something, just say this will be the same sort of material, so if you bought a ticket.
It's like when a comic goes on tour. So like the likes of fucking Adam Rowe and Dan Nightingale, they've just toured and they're special. So that's the same material for that whole tour. And then once they record and release that special, that material's burned and they leave it.
Okay.
Obviously they're touring the country. If we're just doing it at Water in Liverpool, we just need to make sure that people know. Because there's a few quid to be earned in it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think even if they do the same material, they wouldn't be asked.
But it
Because
also,
they're coming down wanting to see you.
but it also,
you know what I mean?
if we have something like that, it forces us to be creative and write more as well.
Yeah, and I feel like every time we do it, it'll be slightly different.
Well,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
the
Yeah, it
more
develops
Different
and
jokes
tweaks,
might
don't
come,
Yeah.
come into it.
I'm just having a look on the news, by the way, just to see what's going
we
on.
can cut this waiting period out anyway. I'll have a little
There's
scroll
a
on
few.
Twitter,
Yeah, a
see if
transgender woman convicted of rape will not be held in a all-female prison. Sturgeon says.
Oh lad, we were speaking about that at work today. That's
what?
everything. No, because so the fella apparently was apparently he just wasn't a bird at all, and he's turned up and just wore a wig and said, "I identify as a bird," and they've had to say,
love the
"Do you know what I mean?"
I mean, he shouldn't be laughing. He's a rapist, but
Yeah.
transgender woman
He's obviously
So why?
28
All right
to
then.
rape
So
again.
so is that genuinely what it is? So he's just saying.
That's what I heard today in work. I haven't actually
Just
looked up on it. Someone said he just tried to turn up in a wig, try and blag he was a bird to get sent to a woman's jail.
That's a nice way. It looks like Danny.
Yeah, see, yeah. He proper tried to blag it. Looks like, yeah, Vicky Pollard.
Vicky Pollard, the Danny's version.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, but
So what? And is that? Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
But is that what? So that's what.
that's
they're trying
actually what.
to
It,
do,
yeah.
trying to
So
think
it's
it.
not as
Okay,
fucking
okay.
impacting as the title. It's just a fella who wore a wig to try and get.
Oh,
Oh, get out.
Oh, that was wet, that lad.
Yeah, it's jizz
That was
everywhere.
moist.
Yeah, I can feel it even down my shirt.
Humid, didn't you know?
That cloud went there.
Expect rainfall in the next half an hour. lads.
Right, this headline has caught me attention.
go on.
Okay.
Right. Now, I've just googled weird news. Right.
Yeah. As you do.
Now, some of the headlines here.
Just pick anyone.
Woman delivered her own baby in a car travelling at 60 miles an hour.
She was driving.
Don't know. Let's look.
Click into it, lad. Read more.
Is it automatic or manual?
Check how far your tire is, whether you can get the gear stick up your phone.
Like the dipstick in the oil tank.
No, so it was automatic. You could actually pull the kid out and drive the
You
car.
don't really change gears in the motorway either, do you? So.
Only a fair
Cruise
point.
control. Woman gave birth to a daughter at 60 miles an hour. Splats on the road.
Bro. Oh, have you seen that video going round, lad? Where there's a fella, so there's two videos interlinked, like. So,
I think I know what you're going to say.
The bird
Yeah,
on the motorway, you seen it?
Yeah.
So there's a fella in like a fucking lorry or something, and there's like a turkey in his lorry, and he's pulled over, he goes, "You can get fucking out," and throws it, and then this car just goes poof, and it's this turkey, right? And then the next video is some kid going, "Oh, crazy shit just happened," and he's full of blood and feathers, and then turns the camera, and his whole windscreen on his car is smashed in, and there's just this turkey just crippled on the fucking chair, just all mangled everywhere, and he's like, "Mad that lad."
Lad, it was one of the funniest videos. I said to distract you. Oh yeah, big news scoop.
Big news scoop.
Michigan woman receives a 100-year-old postcard in the mail. I wouldn't even tell people about that. That's so boring.
What do you mean?
What was on the postcard? I'd actually want to know what was on it.
100. What? So?
I was been lost for 100 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And why have they delivered it?
When Brit-
Well, fucking post
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
I hope they don't strike a report on this one. No
When
feedback.
Brittany Keats checked their mailbox one morning this week, it was flooded with the usual junk. But atop a pile of miscellaneous flyers and bills sat something that caught her eye. A tattered and time-worn postcard. At first, I didn't think much of it, other than that it's old and interesting, said Keach, 30, of Belding, Michigan. But then I took a closer look to reveal it was Nazi propaganda. Upon further inspection, she spotted a faded green 1 cent George Washington stamp post. Well, that was a mouthful. Postmarked October 29th, 1920. I was shocked, said Keach, who received the 100-year-old piece of mail on September 8th.
Get to the fucking point, lad.
No,
it's the
for 100 years.
Yeah, this is the real question. Why are cats scared of cucumbers? Let's fucking find out.
let's delve in.
I've seen them videos.
Why
I
are
tried
cats
to do it
scared
to
of
my
cucumbers?
cat. He was having a drink of water, and I was like, I'm going to put 2
I didn't even know
cucumbers
that.
behind them and be like,
Double scare.
God, yeah. And he just turned on him and I can't start drinking his water. I was like,
It's green,
shit.
that, you know, lad. Yeah. So.
Yeah. People have been sharing videos of their... Why do they put cats in quotation marks? People have been sharing videos of their
A lion.
cats.
A
Like,
cat,
oh,
but it's a lion. Yeah.
I know a cat when I see one, and I know a kid in a cat costume when I see one, and that is not a cat.
That's a cat.
Yeah, that's one of those cats. The cat's extreme reactions of cucumbers. Placing a cucumber behind the cat when it appears to startle them, causing some cats to leap into the air in fright. The trend has been dedicated to a subreddit called Cucumber Scaring Cats.
Couldn't have guessed it.
It says the users have posted videos of them testing the trick on their own cats. Jill Goldman, certified animal behaviourist and cucumber enthusiast, doesn't say the last bit.
I was going to say, paedophile.
Told National Geographic that the cucumbers are signaling the cat's natural startle reflexes. With a startled response, a cat will often try to get out of there as quickly as possible, and then it recesses. I can't read.
So it's nothing to do with the cucumber, then you can stick anything behind it just because it's being shocked that there's actually
It's
something
the same
behind
like
it,
bulls, like they're not scared of the colour red, they're scared, well, they're pissed off because you're fucking throwing something in the
Yeah, no, lad,
No, it's true though. It's true. It's not red. I swear, I've heard that. You know,
it could be big and you'd be like, fuck off now. No, I mean, why are you waving a cloth in my face? I'm a bull. No, I mean, I want to know the thing.
Oh no, these are a heavy joke.
What you call it? Like a tradition in Spain, like it's part of their culture, right? But who was the first dickhead?
Oh, tomato
seen-
things, no? Where they like bulls run through and it's like a tomato fight as well in Spain. Sounds say less, yeah.
I know what you're on about. Where's that just come from? Fax me that, lad. I know what you're on about. Where's that come from, lad?
Because we just talking about bulls and you had the maddest thing in Spain.
Who was the first stupid cunt who seen a bull in a field and went, hey, I'm going to go and wave
I'm sure it was like in Spain. It was like an act of masculinity to like towards girls, because it's like back in the day that was there. And it's like gladiators years ago in Rome. It was like, would you ever conceive two people getting in a fucking thing and fighting it to the death with lions and shit?
But then
it was
in
just
Spain, if the bull wins, does that get to shag the bird?
I don't think anyone gets to shag a bird after it, lad. I don't think you get to fight a bull and then
becomes like king of the island or something.
Gladiator and you're fighting over a woman and you cut this fella
you're not
with your
fighting.
sword.
You're not fighting over a woman. You're just fighting for fame. And then with
Is that
fame,
what it was?
with fame, yeah, it was, that's all it was. It was no
That
like,
was their podcasting, lad.
yeah, literally, no, that's all it was.
Instagram.
Brought to you by Orange County CBD.
But that's all it
What a
was.
movie Gladiator is, though.
It's a heavy film.
Heavy film.
This
Heavy
is
film.
Sparta.
That's
That's 300.
That's Spartan.
300.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's a film. Oh,
That's
say
Spartan.
Say that, lad.
Yeah, that's 300. 300 to go film.
It's a mad movie, 300, isn't it?
Mad
Mad
film,
movie.
man. Then they kick all the babies down the hole and that.
Yeah.
Why did they used to do that to babies?
Isn't that the Isle of Man? That's a hook. That's a callback.
Yeah, let's go, man.
And then he gets off on his fucking 600.
I remember going down like a little mountain road in the Isle of Man again.
Mountain roads, no mountains.
Speaking of hooks,
Yeah.
but they call it the mountain road. I don't know why it's called the mountain road. I think it's what all... It's
The
what all-
road in the mountain.
It's what all the 7 locals call it. And fucking this van was coming the opposite direction and like literally missed the car. I was in my about that fucking much, lad. And we were on like the edge of this road and there was like a fucking steep thing and I was just in the car and the person I was with was like, you okay? I was like, yeah, I was happy. I was like,
What van?
I'm not even asked about van, lad.
I was terrified. I was just like, if I die, I don't want it to be in the Isle of Man.
Isle of Man, yeah.
Imagine that. I was
Because
just
you're getting sent through
shit,
the body.
shit, oh,
You're shipped.
Okay, baby.
And I definitely.
Hey, question though, right?
What
Question about dying.
the fuck off?
Good chat.
If to have a very close encounter with an asteroid with the nose.
Oh, I
Yes.
see.
You know
Yeah.
What's that? What?
An asteroid meant to be coming into
Cut
it.
that.
Oh,
I
I
wanna
see
say
that.
chewy on a
In
podcast.
the atmosphere.
Cut that bit out, though.
Nah.
What would you like? What would you like the last words you say before you die be?
Oh,
Something I've always wanted to tell you. I just never got round to it. Hidden in the...
I was gonna say that, you're right.
Oh, lad.
I've got a million hidden there.
My last words, right?
Please like and subscribe.
and then go like that. Click the bell for notifications.
Patreon. What's happening, pod?
Is it the secret link hidden in?
I feel like people put loads of pressure on what your last words are going to be.
What about if you don't have a choice, lad?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Last word could be, can I have a pizza? That's it.
imagine if you
Pizza
die.
man's just
Yeah,
shooting
pizza
dead.
man's just shooting.
Like imagine if you die and like it's a daft situation though. Like imagine you're in a cafe and like a car.
You
comes
choke
through
on
the
a
window and
sausage
just
or something.
kills you, and your last bit.
You'll have to maybe.
Have you got any tomato sauce? It's been dry.
You're not choking if you're speaking though.
Danny's like, no, don't pass me that tomato. Where's the plan?
He's got to be choking, and he's saying full sentences.
Just with an accent on.
Tomato sauce.
Any Sammy
Last words, yeah, go on.
Lad, you
Extra
might
sausage, please.
His famous last
Yeah,
words.
lad, what was his last words? Hash brown.
Well, do you know what? Do you know Gandhi's last words when he got shot? Oh God. I swear to you.
Imagine being Gandhi. You've said so many things, man. Oh golly.
Oh golly
That was his last words.
Fucking Mahatma Gandhi, lad.
It'd be something, I don't know, something, I'd want it to be something proper crazy, like, oh, shucks. Shucks.
Oh dang, man.
Shucks.
Dang, grab it, Batman. So what about
Oh my god, wait there about Batman. There was some. What's the fella's name who does Batman?
Christian Bale.
No, the actor. Wait, Bruce.
Bruce
Wayne. No, wait there. Either way, there's some fella Wayne Bruce.
That's Man Bat, isn't it?
No, yeah, so some kid was called Wayne Bruce.
Yeah.
So like they called him Man Bat.
Yeah.
I swear.
I
see it,
feel
though.
like on my deathbed, right? Like, let's imagine the perfect death, lad. Like, you're not ill, you're just old. You're like 90, you've lived a full life, your family around you. I'm gonna start a proper vicious rumour that'll ruin the family. That's not true, and that'll be my last words. Like, you know when you think like,
What would you say?
Like, you've only got a few seconds. That'd be like, I know they were siblings, but I caught them sleeping together years ago. And then just fade off.
And just never say which one it is.
And then just fade off into the abyss, lad, and just leave them thinking which brother and sister's been chewing each other to bits, lad. I'm gonna start a proper evil rumour, though.
Yeah,
Lad.
here's a question. Do you know if you found out your baby was your cousin, would you stay with her and still shag her?
How long you been with her?
Yeah.
What would you? Yeah, well, your
How long
baby.
have you been with her?
So if I've got 4 kids to my bed and I find out what she's
Yeah,
got
you're
your
too
cousin,
far gone, lad. You're too far gone.
lad, I've already had dead babies and everything when she's been on and all that. Like,
Lad. They technically your babies in your family. Oh, lad.
Oh wow.
What would you do though? 10 years.
That got hot.
Imagine.
Did I tell you about the New Year story? Have I told you that before?
I don't know.
We were in my ma's on New Year a few years ago.
I'm
sorry, Mel. And I was rotten. We stayed in my ma's on New Year, so I said to her, we'll get fucking bladdered. Everyone else went to bed. All the kids are in bed, my ma, everything's in bed. Me and my bed are just in the kitchen still, Bevy. I'm like rotten. Got upstairs and I was just like fucking steaming. I was like, let's have a go. So start fucking like smashing and all that, and I just started playing. I love playing my bed. So I just started playing and I was going for it for ages, right? And then we were done and I was pissed and I had all moisture on me, so I just thought it was juice. So I just got a baby wipe like that.
Oh no.
When I kept lad, and I woke up the next morning with an hangover, and as I went to step off the bed, I just seen this pink fucking baby wipe on the floor, and I just went, nah.
I've done that, didn't know, and then looked in the bathroom, meditating. Who's the same bloody Mary in here?
Fucking bloody Matty in
He's said
Like fucking, what is it? Fucking Friday night at Freddy's or whatever, lad, just fucking scanning everywhere.
Can we just speak about how boss scanning boxes?
Yeah, I do.
Like on a serious note, lad. Like let's get down.
I'm like tucking into a starter, mate.
Yeah, lad, I'm there for all 3 courses. I might even get a to-go bag. Who knows, lad? Like, look, scanning box, lad. Boss.
I do love it, me like.
Lad, it's like
Scanning box.
Am I right, lads?
That's our merch.
scanning box, lad. Scanning box.
Scanning box.
Scanning box.
Scanning box.
It's not just me, come on.
Scanning box box.
Matty's contagious, lad. I'm just catching it. I'll have a great
Well, there is already another one of me anyway, so lad.
lad.
Fuse, can get it, lad.
It's just great, lad. But I don't reckon birds can say about sucking dick, though. I don't think there's many.
Well,
I'm not saying there's
we've
not
got a
many.
girl in
It's animal.
I'm not saying there's not many.
We do have a female in here. So,
Oh yeah.
do you want to ask, lad? I'm not going to ask.
What do I? Oh wait, what was I asking?
Do you like scanning box?
No. Our equivalent to scanning box.
Oh, she loves it.
Shall I phone my ma right now and ask her if she likes sucking dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not actually going to do it, are you?
Yeah.
There's questions the answer in here. Oh, he is. Oh, Gary. This is his mother. This is actual real mother.
Hello,
Oh yeah, you're okay.
I am.
We're on the podcast, right? We're live. I'm going to ask you
Right.
something quite personal.
Go on.
So you need to answer it truthfully, okay? We're talking about sexual activity.
Oh, no.
Go on.
Do you like putting willies in your mouth?
Oh, my goodness.
No.
No.
That's exactly.
We just wanted to. We were talking about the opposite way. Men, eating vagina, and we didn't have a female counterpart to tell us if it was the other way around was enjoyable. So I thought I'd ask you.
Well, I'm going to be crude now.
Go on.
Your poor father went to his grave without me giving him a blow.
Ah, you're horrible! That's why he strung himself, because you wouldn't chew him off. You're horrible. You're horrible. I'm going. I'm scarred for life, mother. I love you lot. See you later. Ta-ra. Ta-ra. Fuck off.
Oh, man! Are you okay?
Your poor father went to his grave without me putting it in my mouth.
She just shook the room, you know.
Oh my God.
Funny as fuck.
Well, right, on that note, that's been episode 46. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Patreon link in the description. We're never recording again. Nothing will beat that.
Thanks for getting this far on the podcast.
Now for a little word from our sponsor, Orange County CBD. Put them on the screen now. Here we go. Orange County CBD, use code Happenin10 at checkout and you get 10% off all orders on all products, whether that be your CBD oils, you've got your jellies, you've got your vapes, which are a healthier alternative to the likes of your disposable vapes with the nicotine in. And now they're also doing a skincare range as well. So if you want gleaming skin like ours, Orange County CBD, and use code Happenin10 in the checkout for 10% off all of your orders.
We love you.